Hey friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, black is the new black. Big Black Stout is an 11% Imperial Stout from Ellison Brewery and Spirits in East Lansing, Michigan. Okay, I know. I say I'm excited to try these beers all the time, but that's because I'm always seeing new stuff that I want to try and I want to bring to you guys. Now, I read a lot online about breweries that are killing it all over the state, and Ellison is always one that comes up and has a diehard, loyal following. I know from firsthand experience that almost everything that I've had from Ellison has been just really top-notch. And other than Roest, I haven't tried any other stouts. Well, that obviously changes today because this is Big Black Stout. This is, I believe, the second release of their beer, of this beer. So let's do that thing where we take a look at the label, as minimal as this one is, and then I'll pour it into a glass and get a taste, let you guys know what I think. Fun fact, Vanta Black is a material developed by Surrey Nanosystems in the UK and is one of the darkest substances known to man, absorbing up to 99.96 of all visible light. So we're going to take a look at this can. This is a super simple, minimal can. It simply says on the top, Big Black Stout. On the bottom, it has Ellison's logo. It just says Ellison. There's not much else on this can except on the back. It has the government warning and it says produced and bottled by Ellison Brewery and Spirits LLC, East Lansing, Michigan, which I already told you if you've been listening. 1.11% alcohol by volume. Now there is no date on this, none whatsoever, but I picked this up actually just earlier last week. So it's been about a week since I've had this. And yeah, that's all I can tell you about it. I mean, there's nothing else on here to even talk about. But I'm sure I just found a way to talk about it for a good couple minutes. So let's go ahead and crack this open. I'll get a nose on it. And I'll let you know what I think. So this is just a regular Imperial Stout. There's I can smell a little bit of a booziness to it, but it has this really kind of roasty, malty kind of barley scent to it. Smells like a really good stout. Let's go ahead and pour this. Oh my gosh, that is super black. Super, super, super black. And pouring that, the head is very, very dark. Now, it's not black, but it is like an aerated black, right? So if a lot of bubbles got into it, this is what the color that it would be. Just seeing it right now, I cannot see through this glass at all. I can't see anything through it. I'm going to pick it up, obviously. Nice, really compact bubbles. It's got nice kind of big popping bubbles on the top here. And let's just hold it up to the light. You know, sometimes I look at this glass and through there's like a little bulb in the bottom of a snifter glass that you can kind of see the color through. It has a bit of a brown kind of hue to it, like a dark brown, almost a purplish kind of mix there. But other than that, I'm not seeing through it at all. The head's really kind of stayed on really nice and tight there. And let's put a better nose out of the glass. Yeah, there's a bit of a boozy kind of scent to it, but it has a nice kind of roasty scent to it as well. Nice, super nice and roasty. Got a dark kind of, almost like a porterish kind of smell to it, but I'm ready to dive right in. This looks delicious, so cheers, everybody. First off, the mouthfeel is awesome. It's thick. It's on the thicker side, but it's not syrupy. Again, it's 11%. So you kind of think sometimes high ABV stouts can sometimes be thicker and syrupy, but they can also kind of be thin because of that high ABV. This has a nice kind of right in the middle. It's a thicker mouthfeel, but it's not syrupy. It doesn't cling to your tongue at all. First impression of the taste, when I first take bring some in, it's really sweet up front. It gets this really sweet kind of kick, but then that, as it kind of swirls on your tongue, that almost immediately fades, and it fades into this more of a roasty flavor. Lots of chocolatey kind of taste on the tail end. They kind of hang out there for a little bit. Like as I'm talking about it, I'm still getting some of this kind of like dark chocolate kind of bitterness to it. Yeah, it's just a really nice drinking stout. Again, 11%. It doesn't come across as being super boozy. Like I smell a little bit more of a boozy smell on it than I actually get of a taste. There is this kind of astringency, coffeeness to it, and I'm wondering if some of that, the booziness, kind of amplifies that a little bit. Like I said, the tail end that kind of sticks on your tongue is this coffee. Actually, I'm picking up a lot of coffee on the aftertaste now. Coffee and really, really bitter dark chocolate. It's got a really nice combination of those two flavors. But up front, you get a really nice amount of sweetness. Almost on the verge, almost on the borderline of having like an artificial kind of sweetness taste to it. But I really dig it. I like that it comes in sweet and then it kind of ends on that dark kind of bitterness. You know, that's kind of what that's what stouts in general try to do, but I think that Ellison's Big Black Stout does a perfect job of that. And this is one that at 11%, it doesn't taste like 11%. Obviously can be very dangerous in that respect. This is one that, you know, I would sit and probably sip but it tastes good enough that you could drink it in regular drinks, you know, regular pulls. You don't have to sip it because it's so overpowering. It's got a really nice taste, really mild, and mellow, but it's got that nice sweetness up front, and then that chocolate and coffee finish. You don't taste the ABV that much. You taste it a tiny bit, but it's not like in your face. This is a really great, easy drinking stout, Imperial Stout from Ellison. So good job, Ellison. Again, not disappointed with the IPAs that I've tried, and definitely not disappointed with this one either. All right, friends, that has been Big Black Stout from Ellison Brewing and Spirits. If you happen to find yourself in Ellison's tap room, mention you saw their beer right here. So have any of you had Ellison Stouts, and if so, which ones are your favorites? Let me know in the comments down below this video, and if you like Michigan beer, be sure to stay tuned to Draft Therapy for new Michigan beer reviews and videos twice a week. While you're down there leaving comments, you can also find links to my social media, some merch, all that good stuff. So until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by. And remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries wherever they are, and most importantly, don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. Thanks for watching. Cheers.